Hello friends, my name is Ellis. Welcome to the Grinweed Gaming channel, your ultimate gaming channel here on YouTube. Hope you're having a good Saturday. I'm chilling. I had to work today. My dad and I traded shifts in the week, so I had to pick up the weekend shift today, but not a big deal. But having some fun playing some Starcraft. Yeah, I don't know. It's like when a game dies, I'm like, yeah, that's the best game in the world. Gotta play that as much as I can. Well, hard to say Scar Taft is dead, but you know. Let me get my audio settings fixed a little bit here. Oh no, I just exited it. What a misclick. What a misclick. I meant to click return to game, not exit game. Oh, what a scrub. What an absolute fail. I'll try to check chat between rounds. Oh, my microphone's all slanty. Dang it. I wanted to show off that score screen because that was a hilarious game. This is probably my craziest game. I don't know. I don't know if I could stream. I'm adding letters in words that don't have letters, like envelope or something like that. I don't know. Rename. Cannon contain hilarity. So maybe I should. I've had two games where I've just had a sick contain on Zerg Natural. I think this is the other one. Let me just take a look at this real quick, because I'd like to show you the evolution here of how this happened. I'm not sure. You know, when you're cannon rushing as hard as I am, they all kind of feel the same. So let's just watching the map here. I'm red, so yeah. Okay. So we will start with this game. Try to cast it for you guys as if I was a good StarCraft 2 player. I do know a thing or two about the game. Like, these are actually blue firs, these pine trees. Common in Siberia, Northern Hemisphere. So there's any other foliage. Hard to say. Just kidding. So what you're going to see here is a cannon rush, my typical start, with Protoss at least, because you can't really cannon rush. But coming up, after we watch these two replays, I'm going to try a proxy 2-racks for Terran, which is essentially a better cannon rush. Let's be honest, Terran is super overpowered. I'm opening up with a cannon. Opponent... gas first. Normally you take your expansion. Oh, just extractor trick. Alright, that's cool. So you can see, I don't know why he extractor tricked it when his overlord popped before he... Okay, never mind. What the... Okay, so I can't press that button. That was weird. Sorry, guys. My middle mouse was bound to something. Okay, I think this is about where we were. Yeah. Yeah. He built the gas after the Overlord pop, so he was trying to get an extra drone out before his Overlord came out, but it was already out. If he wouldn't have done that, he could be building his expansion right now. Oh, this is spicy. So, when you cannon rush Zerg as Protoss, I'm Protoss, your first probe is going to show up really close to the timing they're going to be taking their expo. At my MMR, it's like plus or minus 30 seconds, so it's either hit or miss. But if they see your probe, it's bad news. So we'll take a look here. This is my opponent's Freeporter's camera. Does he see my probe ever? Nope. So units have a larger vision range than a hatchery. So even though I just snuck by back here, he's not going to see this probe unless I get in this clear circle. So naturally, I know about this. I know how Zerg plays. I put my pylon out of range. Second probe, which he does probably see with that Overlord. And if you know your timings, this kind of, it could be like a late probe scout, or it could be cheese. At this elo, you gotta assume it's cheese. So he does see it. I wonder if he actually responds. No, I don't think he actually noticed. So I got a little bit lucky there. This match just had some great micro, but the next match is going to level it up. These are both, like, Zerg is the hardest to cannon rush, in my opinion. Like, a good Terran's impossible, but Zerg is, they can just expand so fast, and they can take a base here if they want really fast, or they don't even have to take this base. Plus, they have a lot of good early pressure, and, like, I've got nothing at home, you know, just raw. But they're greedy. Okay, so my forge is finished, which lets me build cannons, which means I'm going to start building cannons over here. And a contain, I'm treating you guys like you don't know Starcraft, but most of my viewers don't watch my Starcraft videos. So if you are watching this video on my channel, you probably come from one of my other videos that I hope you liked. Yay! Variety! This base is called the main. It's the one you start on. There's only one way out of it for now, we'll say, called the ramp. And this base is called the natural, because it's the natural choice for your second base. You could take your second base over here, or try something crazy, go for the gold base. But typically, you always expand your natural first, which is what a cannon rush takes advantage of. It's denying the natural. So in this case, we'd call it a cannon contain or something like that. I don't know if there's a term for it, but cannon contain sounds awesome. Cannon goes up, and just again, he has absolutely no idea I'm building a cannon right there. Oh no! Oh, it's my side to side. That's crazy. So I let him see those cannons because I'm pretty sure this one's going to finish. And if you can wall off, like stop his units from getting to your cannons, it's so good. So right here, this green cursor, I'm checking with my probe to make sure I walled off properly. If my probe can't get in here, this pylon can't be destroyed, which means I have power. Smartly, opponent's taking a third, or trying to. First cannon's up, gonna start hitting his hatchery. I get the vision on the high ground. Another good play, just make another base over here or something. I probably should have canceled those. That's probably a mistake on my part. Does he not know about... Oh my god, he doesn't see me get the high ground? How did he miss that? There's no way he didn't see my probe running around up there. Like, oh my goodness. Spine crawler, good response. Now he's going to be able to see me since his building finished. You can see the reaction there. If If you want to get better at cannon rushing, you need to use surface area as your ally. Nice little cancel there by me to save some of those minerals. He doesn't react in time, so I just put it straight back and lose it. So I literally just lost so much. That was so stupid. Hold on a second. What is he doing? What is he looking at? I gotta see this. What is he, just AFK? Why not go? Oh, because it's in cannon range. Yeah, he can't. Alright, now I get it. Actually, that was good for him not to negative micro there. If he goes and attacks any of this stuff, this cannon has like a range around here, just about. And if you have high ground vision, your units down here can shoot up, if they are allowed to do range damage. Spine crawler finishes, so we can start hitting my stuff. I do lose the probe. I think I have another probe hidden up here, yeah. I hid this earlier. Once I saw this was being successful, I knew all of his attention was going to be over here. So I've got a little sneaky pylon up here. Back home, I can see he's not sending any zerglings or anything, so I don't need to wall off yet. It gets a little dicey here. I've done some good probe damage. I also have my gateways pumping out zealots. So yeah, the thing about this match is I think I did a really good job with my army micro holding him in the contain, and normally I'm not good at that. So there you can see I almost lost a zealot, but I realized what was going on. I'm destroying his economy. He moves to protect. So ideally, I would have taken this probe and started cannoning over here again. But instead, I focus on trying to kill the spine crawler before it gets rooted, because it can destroy my day. I do kill it. His first 3 roaches pop. At this point, is he even mining? Yeah, no, he has 0 income right now, which is absolutely crazy. So he's just stuck. He's got a lot of bank. Now these first 3 zealots did alright. I managed to save 1. Once my stalkers start coming out, that's when I'm a little bit happier with how I played. I do go walling off at home because I'm worried he's got a base. I saw this drone leave, and I saw another drone leave, but I don't know where it went. I lost track of it. There it is. I don't know what the heck it's doing there. So I saw 2 drones leave, so I was really worried he had a base somewhere and was going to hit me with like a zergling attack since I haven't killed his spawning pool yet. Here I'm trying to hold the high ground vision, and I get unlucky that I grabbed my probe there and it ends up in front. But it does buy me a hit. A little miss micro on the stalker there. So at this point, I'm like, okay, kind of losing this all of a sudden. That's not good. My stupid mouse wheel. Like, it's so sensitive. But I like it more than panning or edge scrolling. I need to keep high ground. I get a snipe on another roach. So yeah, this is a lot of like, if you were a League of Legends minion, that's how you micro in this game, kind of. Like you A-move and stuff. I put my weaker unit behind my stronger unit, and I'm just holding my cannons. He wasn't paying attention while he was over by the pylon, so he takes some big damage. Pick off another roach. And what he should have done to beat this was when he had a bunch of minerals, this drone should have made a base. We only got 2 minutes left on this. You'll just kind of see me dancing around here for a little while. So I'm making units out of my gateway here, back home. I'm upgrading. Oh, I just remembered. I just remembered how I finished this game. Normally, after a cannon rush, I will go for like a proxy Stargate, especially against Zerg, because if they go heavy spine, they're not going to have spores, and then my Void Ray just wins. I don't know why I was feeling spicy this game, probably because I had such good vision of his base, and I can see there's no spores, and the roaches are kind of kicking my butt a little bit. Like I'm not feeling super confident off one gate, so I go for the dark shrine, which makes invisible units that are super strong. You have to get this building first, the Twilight Council, which I could get Blink with. That probably also would have won the game a lot quicker, but I was just feeling it. Yeah, I just remembered how this game ends. It's so funny. Focusing down the Spine Crawler so it doesn't have a chance to wreak havoc. I lose a little bit of units, but as long as I control this spot, I've got this blocked off with these 2 cannons. Actually, I mean, he honestly probably could just run by and go try to fight over here, but I'm walled off. I'm actually destroying my own pylon so I can get down and expand since I've got infinite money. What does that sound? Oh, I'm upgrading to a warp gate. So warp gate lets me warp in by pylons, or warp prisms, I think. Do you need warp gate for prism? Probably, right? Because you need a cyber... Well, I don't know. He does send a drone to do something. He did. I don't even think he took the Zelnaga Tower. This grants you vision if you're close enough to it. He's not close enough to it. So he's, he had the vision boost there for a second. So watch his vision range here. Awesome. Terrible. That is hilarious. God, this game is so good. My first Dark Templar is coming in right here. I can warp into this pylon since I researched. Well, it doesn't show there. It'll show here, warp gate. This unit is invisible. He needs detection to stop it, which means a spore crawler or an overseer. He doesn't have a layer, so it has to be a spore crawler. And yeah, this is literally the cherry on top. So I kept him to 1 base, and Zerg typically has 3 bases before other people have 2, Terran or Protoss. And like I said, this guy should have made a base. This guy should have made a base. That's why he has no money. Or units. My Dark Templar comes in, seals the deal. Respect the GG out of the opponent there. Very cool. I played a cheesy strat. He tried his hardest. He made a couple of really funny mistakes, honestly. I mean, it happens to me all the time. But it was a good game. So, like I said, typically when I cannon rush, Zerg gives me a lot of trouble. Like I'd rather play, like Terran's my favorite to cannon rush for some reason. Protoss is right behind them. But this expands. This is a late game. It didn't need to be. But after that contain, I was like, holy crap. Alright, I stopped the Zerg from expanding. I traded pretty good. My fights weren't perfect. I took a lot of bad fights. I know. I lost a lot of Stalkers and Zealots. But I didn't end up, holding him there. He couldn't get out, and the DT sealed the deal. This is my next Zerg matchup, or maybe the second Zerg matchup after that cannon rush. Same opening. 13 pylon. Ventus probe goes like over here somewhere. I think it's actually, I was going to try sometimes against Zerg, since if their drone's going to be like sitting right here, it has a good chance of seeing your probe come in. I was going to put a pylon here and then put a cannon like here and here with a pylon to get up to the high ground and block this. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to take a shot real quick while we watch my first probe. So good Overlord positioning here. So I see him spot me, so I'm like, shit, well, I can't put one right there. I should have realized that that's a really weird build order. Why does he have 2 Overlords at 56 seconds? What was his build order? Let me watch his opening. Beef. Yeah, he put up a hell of a match. Oh, he start with an Overlord. Typically this first Overlord goes all the way across the map, so that's what threw me off there. And we were like at right around here. So he definitely knows what's going on. I tried something different here. I thought I could wall this off, but you can't. It ends up being good enough anyways, though. Good response. I think he wants 6 drones, technically. But if he doesn't panic, he's got this shut down already. He panics here, though. Spawning pool goes down. Now, this is a terrible place for the spawning pool. If you're up against Protoss and you're worried about cannons, always put your spawning pool on the far side from the ramp. Like back here. Because you can't put cannons on creep, you know? So if you put it like, you know, even like right here, it's going to be a lot safer. This has rooms for me to put buildings down. Okay, so I see 4 drones leave, and I try to chase him down, but I was also focused on his spawning pool, so I did miss out on those. Interestingly enough, he is going to block my natural, which is kind of goofy. I cancel the cannon there because I know I've got this killed before it can do anything, and I'd rather have money to stop his spawning pool, which makes his army units. I'll try not to pause this one so much because it's a pretty long replay. So, cannon goes down to try to deny the spawning pool. It does finish, so he can start making Zerglings. Oh wait, what? Okay, he is making a second pool already. Good job. That's a lot of. He should have canceled this one probably. I don't know. Tough to say there. I'm not sure if that's the correct decision. But yeah, here you can see his hatch blocking my natural. I sent my probes out to check for his expansion, so at this point I know he's kind of doing something weird. Or, I don't know. I thought maybe he might be too focused to worry about those 4 probes. 6 Zerglings on the way. Yeah, this game was crazy. So again, I've got a pretty solid contain. Although, this guy, unlike the last opponent, Beefy here, does get an expo off. I didn't know about it, so I just put a pylon down before his creep starts spreading. Kill the first spawning pool. He's got his Zerglings. I'm like, alright, let me try to harass the drones with some cannons here. I set these so I could put a cannon right in between them. 3 spines come out. Probably only needed 1 or 2. If you're good with your spines, you can just do 1 spine at a time, or like 1 cannon at a time. A spine outranges a cannon. Down here, we've got my Zealot starting to work on the natural. Try to clear it up. I was able to get some cannons off before the creep spread. Because you can't place buildings on creep, so it was pretty clutch. Actually, yeah, let's Once this building finishes, it'll start making creep. I wish I would have known there was two little drones there. Well, I did, I guess. I don't know how I was able to react in time. That was actually a sick reaction. I don't even lose the probe. And I think the same probe. Look at this hero probe. He's like, oh no, the creep is spreading. I need a cannon. And I just get it. Oh my god, I think that was pixel perfect. Back on his side of the map, not much is going on. We're kind of looking at my base now more than anything. I've got him locked in. He's not doing much. He could be taking another expo right now. Almost saved the zealot. So I cleaned that up. He's probably going to take this expo next. He might get... Nope. I don't even think he's going to get any more units out of that. Alright, so this is where it gets, like, weird. I think he's, like, panicking hardcore. He's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spine crawlers. Fuck units, fuck bases, I'm just going spine crawlers. And that's really stupid because my cannons can't, you know, do anything. I can't build them over here anymore. I could put like 2 here, but he's got a bunch of Zerglings. Oof. Oof. So yeah, that was just awful micro. He had no reason to move those up. He could have just destroyed this pylon and kept that one alive. He's going to lose this one now too. I lose my probe, which sucks. Oh, he does micro it out. That's pretty good. So not bad there. He lost 2 spores or spines, which is not ideal, especially since those could be probes making money. And now you can see how spine crawlers just kind of beat cannons after they get established, but you don't need 7. Not doing anything with his Zerglings right now. He could, well, I don't know if he could do much damage, really. I think he's kind of just boned. I've got a proxy pylon set up for some later game plays because I'm like, okay, my cannon rush isn't going to win. Time to start transitioning. But, taking the knowledge I had from the last game, I throw down a couple more gateways to get some more units. Twilight Council so I can go DTs or Blink. He does take out my pylons back there. The contain worked, so I'm pretty happy that my opponent's on 1 base. Even though I'm not really on 2 base yet either, I would say I'm ahead. Worker counts 22 to 11, so I've got twice as many workers. And I think I just sent these guys out to, like, yeah, just to kind of help hold the contain there. Meanwhile, back at home, I've decided I'm going to tech up. Got my cybernetics core. Did I get... Oh. Yep, I do have warp gate a lot earlier than last time, which is sad to say at the 6:30 mark. I'm sending my probes around just to make sure I didn't miss a drone or something, and like I've kind of got some zealots going different places just to check and make sure I didn't miss another base, which is ironic considering what happens later in this game. I managed to take out an overlord, I believe, which is always helpful. I don't think... Yeah, his overlord almost saw my proxy, but he did not. Back home, my DT... Where did I put my Dark Shrine? Yeah, I put my Dark Shrine over here. So I go for a Dark Shrine attempt. He doesn't have any vision right now, so this could be huge. But I just saw, what is that? It's 24, 28 Zerglings, so I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. Back home, I'm like freaking out, so I go for a Robo, because I think an Immortal would be good against a bunch of that. It does AoE damage. His army splits there, it's interesting. With my 3 DTs, I just go for the Hatch Snipe to stop his production again. 3 DTs can kill a Hatch so fast. That's nasty. That's a sick play. Oh, do I snipe fucking speed too? Oh, that's so mean. So once again, he can't build Zerglings. He has a base. If I just A-move with these guys, I probably win. But Spore Crawlers have been built. He goes into attack. I immediately pull all my probes down to my second base because I'm like, there's no way I'm stopping that. I just gotta hope I can hold my infrastructure here. So now, I'm feeling great in terms of attack, but my DTs are useless now. I do have a Robo, so I did get a secondary tech option instead of just the DTs this time. Oh, he still just misses it. He takes out my assimilators. I recalled my DTs because I'm like, he doesn't have Spore Crawlers over here, so I'll be able to clean up everything with my units. At this point, I'm just like, alright, I'm gonna... Oh, man. Oh, I took out his main base, man. I took out his main. Oh, God. Alright, I killed every Zergling. Immortals are good. 2 kills on that Immortal, 10 kills on that DT, 9 on that one, 7 on that one. Even some of these Zealots got kills. I'm not very good at this game, so it's going to take me a second to reorganize my workers and get everything saturated right. Not too bad, though, in terms of time. Making more Immortals, pushing across the map since I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything. But my guy's got the wall of crawlers, crawler wall. So now my DTs get spotted, and they're faster, so that was bad micro by me. I could have kept those alive, upgraded Blink, and started attacking from up in here. They have their own Blink upgrade, but I won't get it this game. I can warp in units around this pylon, since I have Warp Gate. I don't know what these Ovies are doing over here, but from this point on, pretty much nothing is going to happen, except I'm going to take a bunch of bases. He's going to sneak out some drones at some point. That's really the only thing I want to see. Oh, are these Ventral Sacks? No. I thought these were carrying drones for a second. I just want to see where he gets his drones out. Because he ended up taking like this base, and this base, maybe even this one too, while I'm like holding him. He never goes back to the main though, which I think is a mistake. I think you should definitely take this base again. It'll help you defend more, having that hatch right there. At this point, he has 14 supply with 6 army, so this probably could win the game if I was super good at micro. Okay, here's the... Just sneaks by with that drone. I mean, he can't do anything to me. I just know that, but I don't know. Do I know about this? Okay, yeah, I know he's got the crazy spine wall going on, and queens can heal units, so it'll be really tough to attack into this. Probably not impossible, because the Spore Crawlers don't do anything at this point, so it's really just 5 spines. Probably could take the fight right now, not sure. We deny some creep. I'm on a 4th base now. My opponent's only on 1. You can see his overlords are trying to set up. He almost has enough money for a base. But he's just broke. He's on 13 workers, essentially. My observer shows up So I'm just worried about him going stealth units or something weird. So now he can kind of tell where I'm at, but eventually he's not going to know where my... Well, he should. He does put an expo down, making another queen. Why mass queen? Just to try to transfuse the spines, I suppose. He must have expected Sky Toss, which I am going, but at 13-6, you know, I'm on 4 base. I'm cranking out. Yeah, look at my base all of a sudden. In the last 6 minutes, it's really expanded. If I was a pro, I would have done this by like minute 7, but you know, I'm not. So I got my Robo. I'm researching Blink. I've got a Stargate. I'm making some Tempest and a couple carriers. Got the Fleet Beacon, the Robo Bay for some Colossi. I should have made a Warp Prism. And I should have scouted the left side of the map over here. But, like I said, I was really confident with my contain. Especially since I'd kind of scouted these areas earlier. Oh, my ears just did a weird thing. Now I'm getting a bunch of upgrades to make my unit stronger. Look at the supply difference. He's got 10 army and 13 workers. I got 71 army and 71 workers. So at this point, I could absolutely... You see, this is what's weird about being bad at Starcraft. I had no idea if this army could beat this, so I start poking with my super long-range sniper units. Yeah, just look at the difference in production. This game's over. Props to my opponent for trying so hard. I just don't think he knows how far ahead I am at this point. It was a good move there with the spores. It does force me back. Actually, I probably could have just moved in with everything while they were attacking, but I was probably looking somewhere else. First Colossus just popped. Kind of just doing a mix of Tempest with Fleet. What are they called? Carriers. Kind of doing like an Immortal Colossus mix as well. So my army composition is sick. I definitely should have got a Warp Prism, and I definitely should have got some Disruptors, but I suck with Disruptors. Opponent does manage to expand again. He's just making queens, though. Like, he needs to tech up. He's got literally... Does he even have a spawning pool? Yeah, he just has Zerglings. That's all he can make. So, if I just made 3 Colossus, I could probably win. It does take another Expo. I don't know why he thought he had 900 minerals to spare at this point. It's actually probably the reason he lost. If he would have just retaken this base and teched back up, I think he would have been in a much better spot with his crazy crawler forest. I'm close to max out, so we're about to see the fight that ends the game. And it's fast, so... Yeah, this is what happens when you cannon rush your opponent, contain them for 15 minutes, and then attack with a full Protoss army with decent upgrades. Not the best, but decent. Blinked up with my Stalkers just to try to draw the spine crawlers. Now that all the spores are gone, my carrier can move up and just wreak havoc. Holy crap, my throat hurts. You gotta talk so much. So, like I said, I want to try a couple 2-Rex games. I don't think I've ever successfully done this build, but I'm fairly certain. I've been watching enough Hearthstone, and yeah. You know Terran's overpowered when Hearthstone starts playing more Terran than Protoss. You know Zerg's overpowered if Hearthstone starts playing more Zerg than Protoss. Mad respect, though. It's my guy. Alright, we got a gold Protoss. Now, gold is where crazy. This absolutely crazy stuff happens.
Ah! You scared me! Yep.
I skipped the second SCV
SCV ready.
to go for a supply depot.
Big job, huh?
And then I think I take this guy down here.
Bang. Huh?
And then hopefully got another one of those. I think that was the only SCV I was supposed to skip. Yeah, this looks like it could be right.
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
I just don't know how many SCVs I'm supposed to cut. I don't think you're supposed to
Whatever.
cut many.
SCV
Seems
ready.
pretty good. I think I need gas now.
Yeah. Will do. SCV ready.
Okay, so you probably know something weird is going on.
Big job. SCV ready. Go ahead. Roger. I'm going. Yep. Who wants some?
Our command center upgrades are under attack.
Armed and ready. Gangway coming through. Sure.
And then I just make a bunch of Reapers. I start getting my Expo.
Sure thing. SCV ready. You gonna give me orders? Looking forward to it. This better be good. Huh? Yeah. By the numbers, boys. The Grim Reaper has arrived. Can't wait. Orders received. Gangway. What's going on? Uh-huh. In the rear with the gear. Big job, huh? Yeah.
I forget all the buttons, man.
Ah, you scared me. The Grim Reaper has arrived. You want a piece of me, boy?
No, my micro.
Ready?
I fucked that up, dude. I don't even. God, that's so embarrassing. Alright, this is why I'm just a cheesy cannon rushing piece of crap. I will work on that build. I pressed so many wrong buttons there. Oh god, I forget Terran keys. I need to switch to the core. I just forgot my Terran keys. I feel like, I don't know. A lot of people put their command center on 4. I just don't like that. I like 3 for my base, regardless of what race. It just makes sense. That's why they call it trace. Look at these rhymes. I'm not trying to get up in your face. Don't step to me. You're a fucking disgrace. Oh. So obviously I 12 pool, and I do it away from my ramp, because that's harder for them to fuck with. And you just hold down the D button for, like, literally I'm pouring a shot right now. Put a little lime juice in there. Make our overlord, and then we just don't do anything. God, toilet pool is stupid easy. What am I playing against? Protoss? Alright. Pop! So it's 3 Zerglings, a queen, and then you wait for your second Zergling. You're about to come on down the ramp. It's going to be 117. A little late there on my part. When I hit that 117 like it's my religion. So if I kill this pylon, I just win the game. Not exactly. This is very weird for my opponent. I don't know if I can kill this cannon or not, but I gotta try. No, I'm not gonna kill the cannon. Oh, no way. Come on, you queen. Fuck! I suck.
Our forces are under attack.
That was crazy. Actually, like, how did he do that? How did he get the gateway going so fast? I mean, normally I put my overlord right here. I don't know why I sent it over here. That's why I lost that. Yep. Yep. I would have seen it and I would have known. Well, it's going to shit all of a sudden, friends. So you know what that means. I'm playing games by myself. Fuck you.